Today I have the Boar Incarnon to show off since it's in the rotation this week of the Circuit Shop, Circuit Grind rotation thing. And there's really not much to say other than that it is a Torid Incarnon, but in shotgun flavor. The one like leg up I think it has is that its normal mode is pretty good with the addition of the Incarnon perks versus the Torin's Incarnon mode where it gets those kind of crappy infested grenades it shoots out, which aren't bad. There are some really good builds that building around the Torid Incarnon's primary fire mode, but I think having this awesome full auto shotgun on top of the crazy beam and Incarnate mode makes it an enticing option to choose from. So, I'll show off both right now. We'll mow down this little line of guys just with the full auto mode. And it's nothing to scoff at. It's pretty good. If you wanted to use it just like this and never hit the Incarnate swap button, I think you would be justified in doing so. It's A-okay. If you know you like the AA-12 from Call of Duty, go ahead and get yourself this thing. But now, we'll swap it, and we'll just kind of chunk through this entire crowd, just like that. Pretty dang good if you ask me. Now, I don't think it's giving the Torid Incarnate a run for its money. It's definitely like the best in slot beam Incarnate weapon if that's what you're going for. But I think the utility of having a good normal mode versus a good beam mode, back and forth, it's pretty good, and I enjoy it quite a lot. As for my Incarnon perks here and what I have going on, there's not much to say, but I will go over them one by one here. For Evolution 2, you either get more base damage and then base damage when you reload from empty. This is obviously only good if you're using the shotgun mode a lot, and you're going to be getting a lot out of that plus 20 bonus damage total. But as for just a normal loadout and running around and using this on almost any warframe, I think you just want to take the plus 16 because it'll be active more often. And then, on the off chance you're using a tanky frame like Lavos, Nidus, Inaros, Valkyr, you'll get this bonus punch through, which is really good for the beam. It helps extend to like a couple extra targets. It's pretty nice. So I would go for this one. If you're going to run shotgun mode only, you can use this one. As for Evolution 3, once again, 2 out of 3 here would be used on full auto shotgun mode only. Bonus reload speed from empty and increased base ammo capacity. But I will say, even if I was going to go full auto shotgun mode only, I'd still use the grip here for the bonus accuracy. Because I believe how the accuracy works on the shotguns, it tightens the pellet spread. So you get more pellets on target. And I think that's just way worth than the utility of the other two options here. So bonus accuracy all the way for me. As for our third choice here, the base Boar out of the box already kind of a status monster. So I go with the second option here. That's just all crit stats. And it's definitely, pretty dang good. As for the other two here, for the base status increases and a little bit of base crit chance and status, I don't think they're bad at all, but I just went all in on crit because it's nice. You get consistent yellows and some oranges, and with Vigilante armaments that I have on, you get occasional reds, upgrading your crit tier. So I like this one. I went full on crit, but honestly, I don't think you can go bad with a singular choice here. I think they're all pretty good, and they'll do just fine. As for my build, I'll show you what I have going on here. We are on the crit thing, so we have Primed Ravage and Critical Deceleration here for our crit chance and crit damage. Those are my go-to on the shotgun. Galvanized Hell for more multi-shot. It's normally the go-to here. Shotgun Elementalist, we are doing a decent amount of slash damage on our normal form, and our beam has a boatload of heat, so Elementalist, very good for our heat damage and our slash damage if we're using normal mode. Galvanized Savvy, very good for the bonus damage, the direct hits in shotgun mode, and it's also very good for our beam weapon. So, and we're getting tons of status changes. Very good mod selection here. As for our elemental, I'm just modded for viral. If you go the status route, I could see a gas build getting tons of gas procs quick as possible, or getting tons of blast procs as quick as possible if you go the status modding route with the last evolution. So I could see you chain it up for blast damage or gas damage here, but I'm just on viral. It's universal. It's good on everything. That's my go-to. So we got crit, we got multi-shot, we got viral heat. We're boosting our elemental damage with Savvy and Elementalist. My last mod here, Vigilante Armaments. This is a pure flex mod slot because my go-to build uses my Riven with all this crit chance and all this multi-shot, and the recoil is just whatever. So in this flex slot, you could run whatever. You could run more fire rate to counteract deceleration here. You could add Seeking Fury here to reform of this and get some punch through. You could use the Bane mods for a lot more damage if you want to run Banes. Heck, you could put Primed Point Blank here if you wanted to. Really, this is your flex slot. You can run whatever here. You could run the magnetic mods. If you look for it, Magnetic Welt. Or you could run Radiation. There's a Radiation one. Where's it at? Atomic Fallout. You could run that. This is the flex slot. You can run whatever here. Be my guest. As for arcanes, I would stick to the Acolyte arcanes that you get from grinding the Steel Path, whether it's Deadhead, Dexterity, or Merciless, whichever one you think you're going to make the use out of the most. That's why I'm on Merciless here. I'm not really running melee. I'm not really going for headshots with this insane pellet shotgun. These three are my go-to. They're all just good damage increases and all nice all-rounders. As for Blight and as for Frostbite, you could do Radiation Toxin or build for Radiation Cold and make use of these two arcanes if you're a fan of them. And, you know, they kind of butter your bread and they're your deal. I could see a primary Crux route if you're going full auto shotgun mode only and you run primary Crux. I could definitely see that being a thing. So these three are definitely all options if you really want to theory craft and work around the build on your own. But I would just stick to these base damage increases on our Acolyte arcanes that we have access to. Ooh, that's not the escape key. That's the escape key. So those are my mods. That's my arcane choice. I am going to make sure to run this one when we go into mission here and not my Riven build. And I'm going to equip my Sentinel here. Ooh, let's take the Verglass off so he's not nuking everyone. Put the utility weapon on. And I will see you. I'm going in some Kuva Survival. Adios. Yo, welcome back, gamers. We are here on some Steel Path Kuva Fortress. I'd imagine we shouldn't have too much of a hard time here when it comes to keeping up the kills. And this thing is a monster. As you can see, we definitely have Vigilante Armament still on. I didn't sneakily switch to my Riven build to make it look better. Nope. You saw that red crit there. We are still in Vigilante Armaments. That's how we got the red crit upgrade. And yeah, this thing's pretty satisfying. But like I said, it is just a Torid and shotgun flavor. It's not doing anything particularly unique, but you know, you got some different mods on shotguns and whatnot. So, and also it's full auto form. It's just a-okay, you know. It's nice to just use it as a normal shotgun like this. I used to use this thing on Wisp a lot because of the bonus fire rate, and just go to town and pretend I'm using like an AA-12 from Call of Duty with rapid fire, or like double tap if I'm playing zombies. You know, that's kind of a horde shooter like Warframe if you think about it. Call of Duty Zombies? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But this thing, it does just fine. There's really not much to say. It is an insane beam weapon. Got the Ignis Wraith. If you're a baby, new to the game, you're running your Ignis Wraith. You could upgrade to the Tenet Glaxion then. And then from the Tenet Glaxion, you could go to like the Burma Splicer Kit Gun and upgrade again. And then you can end up all the way here when you're using the Torid Incarnon, and it's like a Pokemon evolution line. Going from your Ignis Wraith, to like the Kit Gun, Tenet Glaxion, all the way up to the Incarnons. It's a nice little evolution line. But yeah, this thing, pretty good, pretty good. Because I got that Riven for it, I use it quite a bit. Sometimes like certain weapons gravitate towards certain Warframes for me. For some reason I used to use this a lot on my Zaku build. I have no clue why, but like for a while this was my Zaku weapon. And like only Zaku. I've used it a lot on Zephyr. With my Riven and the amount of multi-shot I get, it's really fun with the tornadoes. But yeah, fun gun. For this week, I think it was my first pick. I think the first time this week rolled around, I went for Strun and the Angstrom. Boom. And I was very happy with my options there. Angstrom's an insane fireball launcher, and this thing's just an insane beam. Ooh, knocked down. I don't have my little scarab armor active, so I get status immunity. But I don't think I'll need it. I do have my Sentinel on. He does proc cold damage, and cold damage does boost your crit damage a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to turn this thing up from a 5 to a 10, you know? Just having a hoot of a time. And I imagine with the crit damage and multi-shot on this thing, we should melt the Acolyte when they show up. So we will see what happens. And I am getting the bonus punch through from my perk. I made sure to run a Naros so I could have access to that. And I'd say it's working out pretty well. But this thing, maybe it does like 5% worse if we weren't getting the bonus punch through. It's really nothing to go insane about. Is it August yet? No. It'll be August by the end of this week, and we're getting Gamescom news, I guess, for Warframe. They're doing the 10.0 VIP stuff, the tour around the world or whatever, and we're going to be getting news on the unannounced fall update. All we know is that there's the Oberon rework, the new Teshin quest for like newbies at the game, Baby 10.0. So that'll be cool. Very excited for Oberon rework. He was one of the first Warframes that like I hunted down back when you got him by killing Exami. His parts would randomly drop, and I ran him a lot. Me and my friends would call him Broberon because he was the bro, because he's a support guy. Come here. Charge this up. Go back to beam form. Honestly, I think shotgun mode was probably better there to melt him down. We were chunking him. But yeah, zero issues there. Killing the Acolyte. Wait till we get the 5 minutes here and see what our KPM looks like. Did we get 100 kills a minute, or did we not? Gamble now, gamble now. Place your bets on DraftKings. That would be fun. Warframe gambling? DraftKings bets. Let's gamble on everyone's KPM. Let's gamble on my relic drops. Let's see here, we'll lock in. We'll switch it before it's even full. Get some more kills in. DraftKings, brought to you by... Who would run the DraftKings sponsorships in Warframe? Surely it's Varzia. Or Maru. Probably Maru. Alright, 5 minutes in. 597. Almost 600. Isn't that crazy? We'll activate this. So, that is the Boar Incarnon. It's a really good beam weapon. If you've used the Torid Incarnon, if you've used the Vermisplicer Kick Gun, the Tenet Glaxion, and Ignis Wraith, beam's good. This one, really good. So, get it.